welcome to another episode of Youth Conversations. I'm here with Maricela
Hi.
and Armand.
Hello.
So today we're going to talk about what would happen if half the population of the universe was gone. Okay, so currently in the world we have 7.64 billion people, and if half of those people are gone, that's 3.82 billion people gone, and that's the same amount of people we had in 1970. So it's not that bad, because we weren't doing that bad in 1970.
What about like the rest of the living things?
Yeah.
You know that? You know the number of that?
So people were saying, so his whole spiel was about how if half the people are gone, we get more resources. But what counts as living things? Our plants are living things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So plants, half of the plants are gone. Half of the animals are gone. So like half of bacteria is gone. So like a lot of stuff is gone, not just humans.
You know, one thing that'd be good is less climate change effects and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it could
Less-
also be bad, because the missing people, nuclear power plants would be unattended, and that could explode and ruin a bunch of things.
Yeah.
And anything that could be I guess power wise, if it was unattended, it could bring a lot of destruction. Like what happened in Japan, when this there was a tsunami, and all that those nuclear power plants went out, and it created a lot of disaster if that got repeated again, because there's nobody to attend, or just there was an occurrence of natural disaster because there was less of something in the ocean. It could throw off and be even more disastrous.
Yeah, so realistically, it wouldn't be just half of the population. It'd be a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were talking about this. We have pilots, people in planes. Because if the pilot and the co-pilot die, that means everyone in the plane dies.
Think about this. Think about all the cars that are on the road.
Exactly.
Half of them stop moving.
Mm-hmm.
The other half just crash in.
Yeah.
Oh my, that'd be so bad.
Not
So
only
many
that,
people would
but
die.
imagine security. So prisons,
Oh yeah.
that opens up, and then there's crime, murder, doctors. So you're in the middle of a surgery and the doctor disappears.
Oh god. That's terrible.
So it's gonna be a lot more than half of the people.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
sure.
But then
Interesting.
that also, as bad as this sounds, that also opens up a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
So
Do you really think that's what's gonna happen? I mean,
what Oh yeah, definitely.
how would it all function? I mean, think about it. Because you can't train people. You know how she was talking about nuclear people who worked on the nuclear plants, right?
Power plants, yeah.
What if you don't have enough people who are trained for that, or let's say those people died too? So there'd be more open jobs, but there'd also be a shortage of workers, and so most jobs would go unattended, and we just kind of stop functioning the way we would function.
But maybe some jobs going. Okay, so we don't have people that can control nuclear plants. So then we create some type of technology that does it without people. So that's my point with technology, that the
That
need.
doesn't happen so easily.
I know, but the need creates the demand.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be a lot of destruction for a long time
Yeah.
before we got to that point to create something
No,
that
definitely.
big.
What is the need?
The
What
need.
if we-
Okay, so we lose pilots. We don't have enough people that can control planes and control trains and boats and buses. So then we create cars that do it by themselves. Because we already have that technology.
No. First off, think about this. So Google, right? 80,000 people work at Google, right? So 40,000 of those people die. Okay? So 40,000, that's half of the teams that run all the stuff at Google. Let's say their AI projects, their self-driving car project.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be oh yeah, we just meet the demand, because the people who are working on those things are dead, right?
Yeah.
Same thing like Amazon, 500,000 people. I think, I don't know how many, a crap ton of people, right? Think about that. Half of Amazon staff just died. it wouldn't be as quick to like meet the demand. It would just everyone would just die. You know, it just
But I think it would like what happened with World War II. People are gonna stop like creating cars and they're gonna start like working on tanks. So people who are working on like I don't know the little search engine, the Google search engine, they're gonna shift to working on AI. You know, people are gonna shift to try to build the world again.
but see, so building the world again doesn't mean just advancing technology. It just be
Yeah.
building like rebuilding the infrastructure we have now so that we can I don't know like support ourselves.
But I think
Like,
with,
like-
with half the people, we're gonna need to find ways to because there's this thing. So every ecosystem has a max amount of population it can have, but it also has a minimum amount of population. And the one we're in now is fitted for 7 billion, 6 billion. So when we go down to like 2 billion people, some of the stuff we have is going to crash. So I think we're going to need to find ways to artificially grow the population, either by computers or just telling everyone to like pop babies. Just make babies as much as you can.
Yeah.
so cats make more people. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much, because like if everyone like half of the world disappears and then like a bunch of people die within like that 5-year gap because we don't like know anything
Mhm.
about what's going on, people were like, we're running out of people, because I would go like straight to like our like human like nature. We're like, we need to create more, and then we might actually end up having more kids. Like what happened like after World War II.
Yeah.
There was like a shortage of people. We went and we had the baby boomers.
Mhm.
And basically we were like, maybe we could come back with even more people.
So wealth redistribution. So as soon as the poor or the middle class, the rich die, it's gonna start filling in. So we're gonna maybe get rid of the lower classes and increase the amount of people in the middle class. That's a good thing.
There'd be a big shift, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So that's one of the positives. That's one of the reasons why what he said, his plan, kind of makes sense.
Mhm.
As soon as half the people just disappear, I bet $1 million
$1 million.
Thanos would be worshipped.
Worship?
Yeah.
Because it would like see him as like the new god,
The new
because
god.
like he had that almighty power.
Yeah.
Or some people might like stop believing because they were like, there's no god. God didn't really
Yeah.
like let this happen.
Exactly. So with the plague, going back to the plague, it was a major shift. So 50% of the people went completely crazy and YOLO and started drinking, having sex, doing all the things they wanted to do, but religion stopped them from doing.
Mhm.
And half the people became more religious. That's why I'm saying they're going to worship Thanos, because they're going to believe he's the god, and they're going to find some kind of connection between everyone that disappeared, and they're going to say like, oh, they were sinners, that's why they disappeared, or something like that, you know? I don't think the world will like fall apart though.
You really don't think so?
Yeah, you're way too optimistic.
I think
That-
so.
It would fall apart for like a good like 10 years. It'd just be chaos.
No, think about just I mean, you watched the end credit scene for like Ant-Man 2, right?
Uh-huh.
So you saw like how it was like the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what would happen. It'd be a crap ton of wrong places at the wrong time, where people are stuck in, you know, like let's say somebody is like checking up on a nuclear reactor, right?
Yeah.
Disappears right when he clicks go, and there's no way to stop it. Boom, it's just exploded. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there'd be a lot of those.
There would be like creation of like, I guess like gang boards or whatever. I think people would like go into packs of people. Like they were like this is our group, because they like don't know that everyone disappears. Like there's no like information, or there's no like hey, I just got rid of half the world. Have at it. So I think people would like freak out and be like, okay, we need to like cluster together, and like this is my group and this is your group. So
I think maybe 5 years it'd be
10.
Yeah,
10.
10? Really?
At least 10 for sure.
Yeah, I think it'd be chaos.
I think it'll be even more.
Really?
Honest.
My
Yeah.
actually.
I mean, half of all living things are gone. So let's say that he is right in like the long run.
Mm-hmm.
So is then what the Avengers are doing like wrong? Humanity, if we're all gonna die, and if the Avengers don't do this, then we all have a chance at living.
I don't know, because I see it this way. He killed half the population, to fix a problem, but he doesn't fix all the problems, and he creates some problems. So like there is no situation that's gonna fix all problems. So they think just because like what they're doing is just gonna bring all the problems back, you know?
Yeah. And then also deal with the ones that were there previously, because people like kind of like confusion and whatnot about what happened.
Because they bring everyone back.
Hmm.
Then we still have climate change. We still have
Issues.
the money issue, the
Yeah,
wealth
we have
issue.
less
What?
climate change problems because there's less people.
Less people.
I know, but when
There's
they
less-
bring people back,
Oh,
I
when
think-
when the
Yeah.
Avengers bring back, yeah, we're gonna have
Oh,
all these problems.
exactly. So you just
We
gotta
might actually have more.
really.
And why more?
We'll
Oh,
have
yeah, we
more
would.
because you're dealing with the issues that were just there when nobody, like half the world was only there, and then you bring that half back, and that kind of like that would probably create social issues because
Oh,
like
yeah.
during that time, the lower class was able to move up, and during that
Oh.
time, religion was altered, and during that time, like so many things changed within that time period, and then you add the other half of the
No.
population back, and it throws off everything.
But I don't think they're gonna be adding them back. I think they're just gonna like go to a time before like
Before the
there,
snap.
so there wasn't
Yeah.
a snap at all.
Go
Yeah.
back in
That
time.
way, because if you brought everybody back, yeah, that'd be really weird.
So
Yeah.
I think you
Imagine,
just gotta pick. Do you want the problems that we have with half the population gone, or do you want the problems with full population? Because we're gonna have problems either way. They're not gonna get fixed, or they're just gonna be changed. They're gonna transfer to different problems.
It should be full. That way, we have more people to solve them.
Us having more people doesn't mean it solves the problem, because
No, but
when those people come, it also adds the dead weight. That sounds horrible.
dude, I just come back to the Google example. 80,000 people are smarter than 40,000 people.
Mhm.
It's just, you know what I mean? Like, sure, we have more people who are stupid, but we also have super smart people too. Plus, we don't know who dies. Maybe like the smartest people in the world die,
Yeah, that's the
Right?
thing. That's the
It's
thing
like-
with the snap.
right? We don't know who dies. So like, if the smartest people in the world die, then we're all screwed. If the dumbest people, then actually, I don't really mind that, but can't decide.
This is tough. I don't know. I think we're better off like just the way we are. Although
Yeah.
I think on the long run, half the population is better.
Yeah.
Afterwards, there would be a Renaissance age.
10, 20 years after, I think we're gonna be pretty
20
good.
years is so too optimistic. 20 years?
20 years. When
20 years?
when things have settled. Because we're not gonna
I feel
have
like-
we're like in 20 years we're gonna have found a way to deal with the nuclear issue, deal with the issue of having houses abandoned and things abandoned. We're gonna fix those immediate problems, you know?
We've had 50 years to figure out climate change. It's only getting worse.
No, but climate change isn't something like climate change isn't happening tomorrow. Like the planet isn't gonna die tomorrow, but the nuclear plant can blow up tomorrow. That's what I mean by immediate. You know,
Yeah.
like you have to
see
fix
that.
that or we die, kind of thing.
See, because the thing is, you're like the optimism is coming on from the basis that people will just be ready to get to work, right? Ready to solve all the problems, right? But dude, if half the population is gone, the morale of like the human race is going to be so low, like no one's going to want to do anything.
This is true.
They're going to be so sad that half their life is gone, right? And so many people are going to be what's that? It's survivor's remorse or something.
Survivor's
Like,
guilt.
my God,
Yeah,
why did I live?
Mhm.
And why did they kill my wife? You know, like
Oh,
no
God.
one's going to be like, oh yeah, oh shit, she's gone. I guess I got to start helping out. Like what? No, like, right? Like people are going to kill themselves.
Yeah.
Like that's.
But like with the plague, the people-
problems. They're just-
with the plague, it's like natural selection, I guess. The people who looked at the positive side, people who came up with the printing press and ways to harvest crops with like 2 people, those people survived. You know, their ideas lasted. The people who just said, "Oh, this sucks," they died. You know. So I think in 20 years we're gonna
Like-
kind of filter out those people. Sounds bad, but kinda. I don't
How
know.
many people,
Yeah.
how many people died from the plague?
Hmm?
How many people died from the plague?
I don't know.
1/3 of Europe.
1/3 of Europe.
Europe.
Yeah.
Oh, how much is that like total? Is that like
I don't know. I just remember
5%
that being something. It was 1/3 yeah.
It's a lot of people,
5% of the total?
Yeah.
A
and
lot of, but it's not half the people,
no,
right? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
well,
Plus,
So
now,
still.
plus that was a simpler time in the sense of like infrastructure. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, we've got freaking wires underground, we've got wires atop, we have the internet, we have so much more infrastructure now than then that having half the people gone would be
yeah,
more catastrophic now than back then, because back then
yeah.
there was no like there wasn't even like
And it still took them a long
you
time
know
to bounce back. Well, I think we would like go to a more like
Yeah.
simpler engine and like energy
Hmm.
but
like
we still get
creation.
the
We
way
would just
like
have to like get rid of that, like take care of that so it wouldn't like explode.
Yeah. So yeah, I think so.
Back to coal.
Back to coal.
Back to coal.
Burning
back to
paper. Let's burn
frick-
paper. Burn trees. I don't know. Burn the dust. That works.
the dust.
That's terrible. I'm burning my
That's fine.
mother right now.
Oh God. I
You just like scoop it up from like your driveway and like, I gotta go.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Get shovels. Oh my god. Imagine like it would pile up.
Ew.
Like in some areas and it's like a windy day and you like breathe that in, you're like
Oh my God. Yeah. Just breathe in my neighbor.
That'd be funny.
Oh God. Yeah.
it gets in your lungs. What if like that creates like something bad for like your kids like get birth defects because we have to like keep pumping out kids and they have birth defects because the parents were breathing in like people
Jesus.
and
Maybe that'd
that,
be
like,
the next step
creates-
in evolution. I don't know.
and just have an evolution to have like bad lungs.
Is it good or bad? Let's just do like the verdict.
I mean,
The population gone, good or bad? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
it's helpful.
It's fucking horrible.
Is it?
It would be so bad. There'd be so many like issues.
Do you want?
Honestly, we're gonna lose. We're all gonna die anyways. So
I
Yeah.
think it'd be bad for like I don't know 50 years. Is that good enough? 50 years?
it might be 100.
100?
Fuck
Okay.
you. Way
100
more.
100 years.
It
But
took
then
like 100 years for us to bounce back, but we still wouldn't be normal yet.
no, 100 years. Yeah, we'd be normal. 100 years.
Yeah, but I'm saying like not normal because like we would still like there are people who would like still talk about it. Like, yeah, my parents went through that. It was terrible. Wait, would we live longer because like modern medicine would be kind of like be on a halt because everybody like there wouldn't be enough people to like teach that. So we might actually go back to living shorter lifespans.
Mm.
Ooh. Yeah, that makes sense.
Whoa.
But that would allow for more cycles of generations.
No,
Yeah.
but like use the internet or books. You know.
Mhm.
So I feel like no, we wouldn't lose the internet. We don't need
Oh man.
that many people. We need a lot of people to add to it, but to keep it running, we don't need that many people.
What if the plane crashed into the library?
Well,
Wow.
that's my point. The internet. Like I feel like we wouldn't lose knowledge. We would either pause or we would like slowly gain more.
I'm not
Well-
sure. As long as Google stays up.
Google would stay up.
Just,
Do you have to pay for internet still?
Oh, because 70% of the internet is pretty much Google. Google pretty much owns the internet.
I think we would just be back to like how it was. Like it wouldn't change.
Yeah, I think it'd just be proportional. Like it'd be half the jobs, half the people work. So it'd be the same thing, but less people and less
Yeah.
jobs and less places. Ah, so like after like a century, it'd be the same thing but just smaller.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Yeah, what would happen to social media when half the people are gone?
Not
People would
sure.
have more self confidence. That's what would happen.
It's more self confidence.
Yeah. No, it would increase. Like people would be like, "Oh, I'm amazing," you know?
Oh, I'm the only person in my town that survived. Yay me!
Yeah. Actually, that would be like definitely a thing. Like town of one person. Like the people, like the towns are like small, like Indiana,
Mhm.
like the burgs. That's what they're called. They're like small towns with like 7 people that live there. It's like all farm town, like farmland.
Half population gone. It's bad, right?
Mm,
I feel like I feel like it's like every single thing. It's good and bad.
yeah.
'Cause yeah, it's good and bad. It can't be all bad.
No.
Because it
I
would.
think there'd be definitely some benefits.
No, yeah. But what are the benefits?
The benefits are that it probably like liberates some people because
Oh
like
yeah.
I think like we're taking a lot of like the perspective of like just America and like not the entire world. Like there's some areas I would maybe like feel more of a shift and like feel like I guess liberated or like thankful for it or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that, but also we would be very disconnected. I think again, like just because we still have like the internet, maybe after like half the people like disappear or whatever, I feel like we would still be kind of like keep to ourselves, like as countries. Like this is our area. We don't really care about any of you because we have to get our stuff together first. And I think like America,
I feel like we would like kind of get together. It's like
maybe
because like
or
people,
America would
we
take this as
know
an opportunity just to seize everything.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
because of the internet and information, we are aware of everyone in the world. Like we know where there are people, where there aren't people. So I feel like those people would come to us, or we would go to them. Like I feel like we would, there'd be like a population shift to someplace. I don't know where. So for people who have a bad life,
Could get a good one.
could get a good one. Yeah, because it increases the amount of opportunities.
Yeah. And people who are prospering could continue to prosper.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Because they already have everything.
yeah. So I think it would be good.
Yeah.
Because-
There'd be a lot of, like, nasty part of it.
No,
but I think there's
definitely.
a lot of, like, good stuff that... It's just a tricky thing.
I'm saying, like, in the beginning, the first 10, 20, 50 years, it's going to be bad because we're going to be caught off guard. Like, half the people are gone.
Yeah.
You know?
And plus, nobody, like, ever, like... It's not like they were, like, send out memos and be like, hey, half of you guys are going to die today.
No, yeah, just
Have
out
at
of nowhere.
it. It just happens. You're like, what happened?
Yeah,
Or, like, watch, everyone in, like, your town is not affected, and you just, like, continue living life.
exactly. Yeah,
And you don't, like, notice.
I'm putting it down. It's going to be good.
And bad.
And
No,
bad.
Good and bad.
be way more bad than good. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean,
In the
'cause
very
again,
beginning, too. It would be
Here's the
crazy.
problem. Here's the
Reading.
problem. You guys are thinking as if it's going to be like, oh, wow, half the universe is gone. I'm going to go get that job at Google I've always wanted.
No,
like, that's not,
it would be survival mode.
It'd be
the
survival.
the morality just would be horrible. I mean, dude.
Everyone up to the mountains. I'd go to REI, get a bunch of stuff, drive to the mountains, and just live there.
Yeah, but that would happen to some people. But like, okay, going back to the
That'd be
Google
me.
example. Going back to the Google example. For the first few years, it'd be like, oh wow, people are gone, and someone's gonna be like, hey, like get out of it. Like Google still needs to run. Half the population's gone, but that doesn't mean Google is gone.
But do we need the internet? Like,
Oh,
do
yes.
we need it?
Yes.
I think it'd be kind of like pushed aside for a moment, and I think survival, like
Did you
human,
just say
like
the
nature.
internet's not needed?
No.
Whoa.
The internet is the single greatest human innovation that has ever existed.
No,
No,
okay.
what
The
I'm
internet's
saying
like
is
water.
that like humanity would be like human, like nature would take like more control, and we'd go back to like that. I think like animalisticness and like focus on survival first.
I think the world would need to adapt,
For sure.
and I feel like after we adapt, it'd be better. That's what I say. I think that before
It'd
we
be really
adapt,
hard in the beginning.
No,
I like
it
to be
is.
born like after everyone went through the hard stuff, and then like hear my grandparents talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I remember when the snap happened. It was terrible. You're like, oh, okay. Well,
No,
life is
yeah.
okay for me.
20,
Like, I
50
would want to
years-
live in that time, and I wouldn't want to go through it because that would just be misery.
50 years after the snap, when there's a new generation controlling the thing, a generation post-snap, they're going to be fine. They're not going to be mentally not disabled, but like handicapped because of it. you
They
know?
could. We don't know.
Because of the dust.
All that dust gets
Yeah.
in your lungs.
No, I'm saying like it's not going to be
Hailed my mother.
because like for us, World War II hits me a different way than it hits someone who was in there, someone who fought in the war.
Yeah.
So like that person is scarred for life because of it. If the snap happens tomorrow, I might be scarred for life, but if I survive and 10 years from now I have a son or a daughter, they're not going to be scarred for life because of it. The world is going to be a different place. It's not going to be what it is now, but I don't think it's going to be I don't think they're going to see it as a bad place. They're going to see it as this is what we're dealt with. We need to work with this. you know. So I think the world would be fine, and after a few generations, I feel like the world would be fine.
But they also might have like popcorn lungs.
Popcorn
So-
what?
Popcorn lungs.
Oh God.
And your lungs get destroyed.
But see,
And
as soon
what's
as
gonna happen to you?
everyone has that, it just seen as a normal thing, you know.
Yeah.
The
And then,
people
like,
who have normal lungs, they're the weirdos, you know.
No, they're elites.
Oh yeah.
They're the ones who are healthy.
Mhm.
And everybody wants to have kids with them. And then that becomes like a story. Like, oh man, they're a popcorn lung person, and they came from this elite family of non-popcorn lung people. That would definitely happen.
You know. So verdict, I think it'd be bad, and then once we
But
adapt to
good.
it, yeah, bad but good. Okay, it'd be bad, but it'd force us to fix problems. There.
Yes. Bad in the beginning, good in the end.